Yeah. So, and my sister-in-law from home, she's been that's out of her mind about it. Oh my gosh. Well, do what you need to do. Don't feel like you have to be out here. That is...
I figure I'll...
You don't need a life. You could just sacrifice your own... Thanks, Nick.
be here and gone and...
You can eat in a second there, buddy. Perfect. Thank you so much. And you might want to latch that because they can still have sneaky.
Are you making me?
But these guys have all been doing well?
They have.
Good. I can't get over how dark whiskey is.
Why are you trying to bite the can, girl? I have nothing in my hand. Nothing.
They were both like, pick me, pick me. I said, sorry, girlies. I need to.
Well, I hadn't been out here a whole lot. I mean, I came out over the weekend with them, but Nick's been taking over feeding them. So.
Oh, good. Good, good, good. That's great. So I got my MRI results back. I can ride, just not with a stirrup for now. So I figured I'd do some bareback riding with him.
Ooh.
Yeah, we'll see how that goes.
So, are there just physical therapy?
Yeah, so 3 torn ligaments and bruising of the cartilage and the bone. So he said with bruising that deep, I could still have pain with it going into like February, March of next year. But physical therapy will help the ligaments try and come back together. So physical therapy twice a week for the next 6 weeks. So I'm sorry, that's why I haven't been out here. There's something wrong with my horse's back. So she's had multiple appointments. I've had appointments. I had to go to book the MRI. Then you can't have the MRI that week. Stop being rude. So then I had to go back to the MRI. Then I had to go back again for the follow-up to the MRI. So I apologize for not being here in quite a while. So physical therapy starts next week, and we will go from there. Your deck looks fantastic.
Thank you.
I know it should after all the time they took on it.
Yeah. We signed the contract in June. They finally got around to building it in October, and it took 3 weeks.
Yeah.
You know, they'd start at 10:30 and leave at 3:30.
Must be nice. Must be nice to have those kind of work hours.
I said, you know, if it was the middle of winter and I was waiting, you know, could understand if they were waiting on it to warm up. But
And get light outside, but this
Yeah.
is the best time of year to do outdoor work.
what are you doing? Are you hungry?
She's like, Mom, you're stepping on the clover. Just let me out, please. Okay, buddy, you're not gonna be perfect, but at least we'll be.
Oh, he looks a lot better than he did. Was it one day John's like, have you seen your horse?
Yeah, I'd be like, your horse.
He, I think, had just wallered in every mud pit he could find out here.
You didn't have any damage from the rain though or anything?
Well, we've got trees down over there on the new place.
Oh, wow. Wow, yes.
And if you see up there on the back of the roof, the one side of the
Yep.
white trimming, it curled and twisted. John finally cut it off and put it in the garage so it didn't keep banging.
Keep banging on the side of the house.
And blew the basketball goal over, which we usually, if you think about it,
Put it down anyway. Well, I have like a big tent on the one side of my riding arena with picnic tables under it and stuff. Didn't even expect it to be that bad. Left it up. It got ripped out of the ground, thrown into the woods. The metal got ripped in half, and we had trees down all over the place. So it was a business for days. Nick, are you feeding these horses enough?
Yeah. So we might have to start giving them some hay.
So this, Nick, is a bareback pad, which has none of the structural things of a saddle. It just saves me from getting hair and dirt all over me, so I can go to my next lesson and sit in my truck and not be filthy. But until my ankle's better, I can't have it. So we side is actually the exact same way, like straps go through the loop. You can tighten it up. Obviously don't tighten it too much at one time. So we'll probably have it here on the lowest one at the least. So it's not too tight, I think it's still behind. And while he's grazing, we will check his feet. Do you want to take his feet or do you want to hold it? Sure. Here, let's move him onto some plastic ground. Right here, buddy, not yet. It's flat edge. I think it's now. Both girls look really good. Haven't been out to Marissa's in a while. Because she's been so busy.
She had told John that they were all in, I guess, the tree or something, took out the fence, so they were in the neighborhood. There's a neighborhood behind them, so they were in the neighborhood.
All of them? All of her horses?
I never got a straight answer on that, because that's what I said. I said,
That is a nightmare to me, for all of them.
but John said, she said that, I guess they weren't too far. She was able to rattle a bucket and they all came back.
Oh, good. That's not so bad. Thank you very much. That's my fear, though, because if they all get out, then, I mean, 9 sets of horse feet going over stuff is a lot.
Yeah.
So with him, since it's been a little while and he was so jumpy last time, just going to remind him that none of this is scary. He doesn't need to be worried by the stick. And both sides, as usual, because he's a little more reactive on this side.
So with those Mustangs, did somebody bail them and then send them to you for training, or?
No, so I bailed them.
Did you?
'Cause I'm an idiot.
Well, I had been looking at them and then it was like they were gone, and I'm like, wow.
Well, there were 7 of them, and I obviously only could afford 2. So I have 5 different clients who want Mustangs, but all the satellite adoptions have been canceled because of COVID. So you can only go and pick them up at the facilities, which the closest one is Illinois, and all the other ones are further away. And the Illinois ones, right now it's not even a holding facility for Mustangs that are adoptable. It's just the ones who are there for the internet adoption, like who have already been purchased. So I have all these people like Mustang, who want Mustangs, and I don't have any. And then someone tagged me in that Stroud, Oklahoma kill pen post. Like, oh, these poor horses, they ship on Friday. And I get tagged in kill pen stuff all the time, and I just try to not look at it because I would have 50 horses if I wasn't careful. But I went and looked at all the seven Mustangs. Some of them are geldings, which I can't have because I have some of the geldings, if they've been gelded late, are really aggressive towards other horses. And I have a mini, so it's just not practical. But I saw these two mares. So, no, I bailed them myself. I have people interested in adopting them once they're obviously handleable and rideable and everything. But right now I'm just working on getting them safe and getting them healthy. But it's ridiculous. So some guy from South Dakota got these 7 horses, each for $25 from the Bureau of Land Management. Had them for a year, didn't do anything with them, like they still have their neck tags on and everything. After a year, you get their titles, and then he sold them to the kill pen. So once they were legally his, he gave all 7
So
of them
he got
to
the
kill
money
pen.
for him, and then
Yeah, exactly. How are you, John?
Wonderful. How about yourself?
Good, thanks.
well, see, those must be different ones then, because the Kilpin and Ashboro had 3 or 4 the other week too.
Oh, I didn't see those ones.
Yeah, that's why when you said they were from the Kilpin, I thought, but those got gone quick. They had 2 or 3, and it was kind of the same situation.
Had they been handled though? Because they had some that had been handled and then just by bad circumstances.
One they said rideable, but it sounded like the same type situation. The guy first kept them for a year, and
Because these horses haven't even been touched ever. Like no halter, nothing.
but since it was through the Kilpin, you didn't have to prove any of your facilities or anything like that. did you?
No, well I've been approved through the Mustang Heritage Foundation anyway, so I have like my tip trainer card. But
Oh, cool.
I had all of that to show the kill pen. They didn't care at all. Everyone, they were like, "Are you here for the Mustangs?" And I said yes, and they said, "Oh, thank God," and that was it. They didn't even ask me for ID or anything. But I wish I could have taken all of them because they were loading up a truck for slaughter while I was there, and it was just minis, mules, everything. And what pisses me off about the kill pen stuff is they're like giving a horse a second chance. No, you're not. You're just giving them away to whoever pays the most money for them. Like the kill pens are not the same as rescues, and they really, really are. Which kill pen were these 2 from?
The one in Madison, Tar Heel Feedlot.
Tar Heel, okay. And you don't know how they ended up there?
No, what the information just said they were off a farm or off. They had the 7, so I think it may have been, or was it 9 to start with?
I think it was 9.
So I'm assuming they were probably from different farms and probably backyard breeding, and nobody touched them.
And horse traders and everything else, yeah. I'll tell you, these Mustangs make Phoenix look like a little pet. Yeah.
What are you going to do with them?
Right now, just trying to get them safe enough to where, depending on how they end up, I may keep them, but more than likely, I have a couple people who reached out to me who want Mustangs for endurance riding, and I'll sell them, but we'll see.
I might have missed the report on your ankle. How's your ankle?
Oh, you did it? Well, I think maybe you did. It's okay. I can ride, not with a stirrup, and I'm not allowed to pull off.
She's gonna get on that model without.
3 torn ligaments and bruising of the cartilage and the bones, but only need physical therapy. Not the tearing isn't so significant that he has to surgically repair it, so that's really good.
Okay.
He doesn't think. I have to go back in 6 weeks, and if it's not healing, then he will have to. But.
next time you come out here, instead of training horses, we may get you to help cut trees.
No problem. You have quite a bit of damage. Yeah, I thought maybe you'd intentionally brought those down.
No.
Well, end of last week we were without power. We had, I think, 7 or 8 trees down, 3 of which were across fences. It was bad.
We got to strip off the house. I got to.
Yeah, Donna showed me that. That must have been actually quite scary and loud when it happened.
Well, they were over there painting. I was in there working, supposed to be talking to my boss, and I kept hearing something. I was like, I'll be back. There's something hitting the house.
It is something.
You know, and then I still didn't see it. I came out here and the grill had blown into the truck. And of course, you know.
Wow. Did you get a lot of rain as well? No.
Some.
Crazy, my friend. First one of the day.
That's all right.
Like I haven't been able to fertilize it.
So what I'm looking for, Nick, is for him to be able to trot consistently with his head down a little bit more and a little bit more relaxed instead of his neck all kind of crooked and upright. Because right now, he's carrying himself with a really hollow back, which if I then add the weight of a rider on top of that, it's going to be really bad for his spine. So I'd like him to relax a little bit, use his back a little bit more, and not so much of his neck. How's painting at the new house going?
It's going good.
Good.
If you ever have time, we'll take you on a tour.
I would really love to see it at some point. Have the couple who's going to live there, do they have a move-in date?
January 1st.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. I don't know if we'll be ready.
That's a tight timeline.
Yeah. A buddy of mine came and helped a little bit, but our weekend painting kind of got messed up. Marissa called and said, "Can you guys help bring hay in? I know you're going to be painting."
Oh, you're so
So-
good.
We went over there and got 455 bales of hay in for her.
Oh my gosh, that's a lot of work.
Yeah. My buddy, he hadn't done anything like that in a while, so
I'm sure he was feeling it the next day.
I may never see him again.
Yeah. Doing you a little request.
He looks
How
like
are Marissa's guys doing? Okay.
where we got the hay across the street from where she lives.
We've had a couple lessons scheduled, but she's had to cancel them, so I'm hoping I'll be able to get out there next week.
Yeah, she's been crazy busy.
Yeah, I really feel for her, how they keep changing her work schedule around.
Well, she called us for that Saturday because they haven't had any time to get it done. And that was just before the storm was supposed to
That
come
was,
through.
yes, yeah.
So she's like, "I know you have other plans, but," I'm like, "Darling, don't worry about
Don't worry about it. That's a good amount of hay for all those horses, though. That's good.
it." Yeah.
There you go. Nope. 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 Stop. There. Stop. There you go.
You know, and to me, he just still seems skittish.
Yes, it's always like the first 20 or so minutes is reminding him that everything's going to be okay, and then he relaxes. But at first, like right now, he's not as good as I would like him to be in terms of can you just get him out of the field and ride him? No.
Yeah, exactly.
There you go. There you go. Just that there. So do you see now how, Nick, he's walking, his head is kind of swinging like up and down, and his ears are moving kind of back and forth instead of just being fixed. Now now he's a little bit more relaxed. He can do things nice and slowly. I can lift my stick there without him getting all wound up. There, that's how easily I want him to stop. So like when in doubt, stop instead of run. That was much better. How's James doing?
Well, he's doing good. Got a little trouble at school yesterday.
Oh no, what did he get into?
Him and some other little boy got into the bathroom, locked the door. So they had to go to the principal's office.
Oh wow, they take that, that's good. They take it seriously. So now, Nick, that he's relaxed, he's blinking, he's watching me with his ears, he can walk without having like an explosion if I raise the stick. And we're just too safe to ride. My goal is, this is good, this is great. My goal is that every time I walk it in, it takes him a little bit less time to get calm. And so that was you moving towards him. You're there, oh, he's coming to get me. No, you're fine. But he's still anticipating that something bad's going to happen to him by someone if he doesn't move out of the way quick enough. Which isn't even good.
Like our little deck project.
I think it looks fantastic. I was telling Nick and Donna that I know they took their time on it, but it looks great.
We were real pleased with it.
No, it looks really nice. Did your other one open this way or did it turn towards the...
It went down.
Okay, that's
The
what,
stairs
yeah.
went down towards the basement door.
Okay, that's what I thought. No, I really like this. This is nice.
So it gave us a little over 4 feet of more room.
More room down there, yeah, which is nice. And they put some substantial beams in there instead of the little posts that were holding up
Yeah,
the
little
top.
2 by 4. Maybe one of these weekends we need to go find a nice table.
Yes. Facebook Marketplace. You can find so much. This is where I got all my deck furniture.
Really?
I got tables, 4 chairs, cushions for the chairs, and like a outdoor rug. I think $50.
Well, I'll give you 55 for
It
it.
was sold. It was pretty good, in pretty good shape actually. It needs some new paint at some point, but it's functional.
We used to sit out on the deck and eat stuff in the spring and fall.
Yes, if I can see if the weather is nice enough for me to be outside. That is where I am. He took the bit really nicely today. Instead of rolling his head up and saying no, 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 he was like, oh, it's not so bad. He put his head down. That's really nice. So before I get on him, I just want to remind you of how to respond to the bit in a way that's gentle and not all worried, where he starts doing that funny breathing and gets really worried by it. So I just want to know to come towards you guys. And here I'd like to do so without moving and without all that fluid that you're doing on the bit, without all anxiety. And see how aggressively he's tucking his head? He doesn't need to do any of that. That's like he thinks that it's going to hurt him. And still let his nose to come down a little more. And the feel I have on this rein is very light. Like it's a piece of metal in his mouth, so I do not want to be there. You see the change in his face? Or I was like, oh, I don't have to be so worried. That was really good. But because I'm only here once a week, it's a constant, like reminding him that everything's okay and that he doesn't have to get stressed out about training like he, I think, was for a long time when he was at training. Okay. Good. Good. So see how he's bringing his nose around now without making that really loud breathing sound, and he's not tucking his nose into his chest? That's much better. Good. So that's an appropriate response instead of a stress response. That was good. So same thing this side. I'm standing exactly where I would be sitting if I was on top of him. And I'm just using the hand that's the right side of his face. I'm using my right hand. And just asking his nose to come around. He doesn't need to eat. Yeah, good. That side is really good. Now, coming straight from his nose up. And just asking to tip his nose. Good. Now, can we take it into backwards? Good. need you to clean this tack for me, Nick, so it's not so stiff. Sorry, buddy. So Nick, I'm not going to have you riding today, bareback, because I don't think you have yet enough riding experience to do that, but I do want you to work on bringing him up here by yourself instead of me leading him up for you. What did I say? Do you have a ride? See how crooked he's going? He's just worried. So I'm just going to work with him here until we can just go in a straight line.